Good morning, coaches, and thank you again. Thank you again for volunteering your time this summer to encourage our community and shine for Calvert High in a way that I already know that you guys do on a regular basis. I can't reemphasize that enough. I know I've said it before, but any opportunity that I can have to thank you all for your servant leadership and the way you pour into our young people at Calvert High specifically, but now the community members that may come to Calvert High or may not. We don't know what will transpire tomorrow. And so we only have today. And to use today to work with young people and obviously teach them the skills of a sport that you love so much is awesome. But more importantly, the impact and the love and the passion you're showing for young people and the encouragement and the value you're adding to their life. It could be something that changes them forever. We're reminded of that because of the late Sean Powell, who recently passed, who was a longtime coach here in the area in the youth and high school levels. And man, what a great testament to him and the legacy that he has left behind, because you see on Facebook and all the social media outlets that the amount of love and posting of just care and influence that he has had on so many people's life. And it's on one hand kind of ashamed that maybe we could have spent more time telling him thank you and telling him the impact he's had on your life prior to him leaving and going on to eternity with Christ. But it does speak volumes into what we do that maybe doesn't always go recognized. And I know the value of what you guys do. I think that you know it too. And just hear from me first that you guys are doing a great and incredible job encouraging young people and growing our community in sport and making Calvert High a great place to be a part of. And so we've got the two last final days. We pivoted yesterday. It obviously was the best decision we could have made. Certainly some of the sports probably could have gone out of there and done things the way the weather changed and kind of pushed off. The surfaces wouldn't have been great, but baseball wouldn't have been able to have camp, and tennis wouldn't have had camp. And it might have been a struggle for some of the others too. So it was the best decision to make. I certainly didn't want to have one camp going and not the others. I don't think that looks good for us. At least I didn't think so in the moment yesterday. Maybe something that I'll think about later on. But this has always been the built-in contingency plan with what we do on Saturday. Not that Saturday was ever a waste. It's not. We always like to close out the camp with something special that makes our kids excited about coming back, which for us as a football camp was, the combine, and for the cheerleaders was putting together a great production and doing it in front of everybody else. For baseball, I think they mentioned again the home run derby. I know field hockey plays games. Whatever you guys would do on a traditional Saturday, we obviously are going to shift things up a little bit, which means that for us, and I don't know what the model is going to be for you as you follow it, I'm promising our campers that they're going to get 3 days of instruction. So we're going to deliver that 3 days over today and tomorrow. So we already got Wednesday in. That was our first day. Day 2 will be today. Day 3 will be tomorrow. And so with that, it requires us to start tomorrow at 8 rather than 9. So we're going to go 8 to 11. Now that 11 o'clock is still the final, time in which we will have an hour, maybe 45 minutes worth of fellowship and connecting with our community with some refreshments, some hot dogs, some drinks, and some chips. And so we will finish what we're doing on our fields at our campsites about 10 o'clock. All right, 10 o'clock. I'll officially give you that time, but I think it's about 9:55, 10 o'clock the way it works out. But what it looks like is we'll start at 8 promptly. I'm telling the parents to get their kiddos to the campsites at 7:45, or that's when the campsites will open, and we'll all start at 8 o'clock promptly. We'll again finish about 9:55, 10 o'clock, and we will move over to the practice fields in which football is at. And that's only because of the angle in which we can take a camp photo from. And we will all be wearing our camp t-shirts. Today we'll be giving them out. I again will collect them at the end if you want us to wash them. We'll have them in separate bags based upon your sport. You can take them home and clean them up. I would encourage you not to let your counselors do that because there's a good chance they won't bring them back. And we ran tight on the shirts, which was awesome because we don't have any overhead, and that the shirts that we have are the shirts we have, and I have no extras. And so we want those kids to wear those shirts today and tomorrow. They're going to be gold shirts, and they say set the pace. And of course, pace means positive attitude changes everything. The campers will get blue shirts today at the end of camp. We'll be passing them out at the end of practice. or closely into practices on each field, and you guys will have those kids wear those camp T-shirts tomorrow. Now, that's a little different. That's one change, right? Because for us in football, and I know boys lacrosse, they wear gear, and how Coach Sapoli is going to deal with that, I trust that process all in him. He's always done a good job, and he'll continue to do a good job and figure out how to manage that. But for football, with our littles and stuff, we're just not going to ask them to come in equipment and change out of it. We're just going to have them come and as we typically would, in their shirts, their T-shirts. So we'll have our entire football camp in their T-shirts, and I think it's going to be the way it is for just about everybody else. We won't ask our football people to bring their equipment and put it on, take it off, things like that. But we'll take the photo in the shirts. The kiddos, the campers will be in blue. We'll be in gold. Take the picture, and then we'll break off to the concession stand where Mr. Brad Chris will be cooking and hopefully not burning the dogs. If you have anybody that can help, because I've reached out to our football parents, but if you guys can reach out to other parents or anybody else that can show up in the concession stand to help Brad wrap hot dogs and serve the hot dogs and the chips, we'll have the drinks staged in, igloo or coolers. That would be great, And so with that, we would ask those folks to start showing up, I believe, at 8:45 to start wrapping and taking care of those things. So if we could get that, we'd love to have a couple hands, a couple more, 5 hands to help out with that. That'd be awesome. So again, I'm proud to be Cavalier. I'm proud to wear blue and gold because of not only what we're able to do through Calvert football and what our kids do in Calvert football, but because of the people that I work alongside, the colleagues that make all the other sports so special and great, the folks that continue to hold our kids accountable to becoming better young people through the sports that we coach. I appreciate you guys greatly. You guys have done a great job. If there's any way that I can continue to help you, let me know. Enjoy the next 2 days. Be positive. Have fun. And if you need anything, just let me know. Again, I'm Rick Sneed. You guys know that, and I'm out. Boom.